After a decade of loyalty, her toxic boss sneers that she's worthless at 35. But then he arrogantly demands she hand over the billion-dollar system she single-handedly built. A cold smile crosses her face. She then reveals the shocking truth. No one else can run the system, because only she has ever touched the core code. She dedicated 10 long years of her life to this place. She built it from scratch, when it was just 10 people crammed into a tiny office. Thanks to her hard work, the company exploded into a billion-dollar empire, moving into a massive office tower. But she got absolutely nothing in return. After all this time, she was still just a senior engineer. Every time she wanted to leave, the boss would feed her the same empty promises, painting a beautiful picture of the future. 1 month ago, she overheard a shocking conversation. The HR manager recommended her for a promotion, citing her unmatched skill and loyalty. The boss immediately shuts it down. He claims a simple coder like her could never manage a team and is not leadership material. He reveals his cruel logic. She has a mortgage and kids, so she's trapped and would never dare to leave. He calls loyal employees like her honest scoundrels. He believes you must never feed them too much, or they will get comfortable. Instead, he plans to promote a Nepo baby whose father is a major client, a kid with zero real experience. The boss instructs the HR manager to lie to her face once again. Just string her along for 1 more year. The HR agrees but worries she might cause trouble. The boss scoffs, saying at her age other companies would have fired her already. The ultimate humiliation. He boasts that with her massive salary he could hire 3 top graduates just to clean his toilets. Pure evil. That night she tells her husband everything. He tells her to quit immediately, saying, "They don't give promotions, they just use people." She updates her resume but doesn't have much hope. At 35, she fears she's too old and too expensive for the tech industry. But then a miracle happens. A top headhunter calls her with a perfect opportunity from their company's biggest rival. The rival company is looking for a new technical director to lead their entire systems department. She's stunned. After 10 years, she isn't even a manager. Now the competition wants her as a director. The headhunter reveals her true industry reputation. She is a legend known as the ultimate expert on the core system. The rival's CTO has studied her technical articles for years, and his team still uses them as their Bible. Taking leave on a weekend for the secret interview, she finally meets the rival CTO. He is incredibly down to earth, and his friendly attitude immediately puts her at ease. He tells her this isn't an interview but a casual chat. He already knows everything about her incredible technical skills. He asks her one simple but critical question. Why does she want to leave her company after 10 long years of loyalty? She tells him the brutal truth. 10 years of broken promises, and the final insult of her boss believing she would never leave. She looks him dead in the eye, and declares with conviction that she will prove her toxic old boss wrong. He calls her boss a fool. He says anyone who can build and maintain a massive system alone for a decade is a true leader. He offers the technical director position, leading a team of 10. But when he states the salary $55,000 a month after tax, she is completely speechless. A rival company makes her an incredible offer. Triple her current salary plus a director title, leaving her completely speechless. And the offer gets even more insane. He throws in a massive 6-month bonus and a life-changing stock options package. She's too stunned to speak. When she asks why they're offering so much, the recruiter tells her she's worth every penny. Her old company was just too cheap to recognize her true value. She tells him she'll consider the offer and reply soon. But suddenly her entire 10-year career feels like a complete and utter joke. She always believed she wasn't good enough. The brutal truth is her toxic boss simply refused to pay her. Rushing home, she tells her husband she nailed the interview. He immediately explodes with fury, calling her old bosses blind fools for undervaluing his genius wife for a decade. In the toxic office, a new hire pitches, a flashy AI system he barely understands. He throws around buzzwords like AI and machine learning, promising insane results. The clueless boss just eats it all up. She scoffs internally. This new guy has not touched a single line of code and only makes pretty PowerPoints. His last project promised a 15% sales boost. The boss instantly approved his entire team. After launch, the system instantly crashes and burns. This smooth talker immediately blames his epic failure on the algorithm and the support team. But the clueless boss just laughs it off, praising his daring attitude and calling failure a good experience. 5 years ago, she pitched a game, changing architecture to boost speed by 40%. But the boss dismissed it as useless, claiming they needed stability, not innovation, and told her to forget it. So she spent her own nights and weekends rebuilding the core modules herself, achieving a 38% speed increase. But in the company meeting, the boss shamelessly claims it was a team effort. This is pure corporate theft. He gives all credit to the new guy's suggestions. The crazy part is the new guy hadn't even joined the company when she did all the heavy lifting. Now the boss puts her on the spot, expecting her to provide tech support for the new guy's next disaster project, so she plays along with the boss. She chimes in and heaps fake praise on the new guy's incredible vision and skills. After the meeting, her two-faced colleague, who poses as her best friend, approaches with a fake smile and invites her to lunch. She coldly rejects her lunch invitation. The backstabbing colleague senses something is seriously wrong and gets nervous. The HR manager begins to gaslight her. She insists the company has always valued her talent, but the timing for her promotion was just never right. When the programmer ignores her, the manager gets nasty. She warns that at almost 35, a female programmer has no future outside. A disgusting manipulation tactic. She paints a grim picture of the outside world, claiming their toxic company is the most stable place for her. Just then, a message from the rival recruiter pops up asking for her decision. The moment the HR manager is out of sight, she replies without a shred of hesitation, "I accept." Her epic escape plan is now officially in motion. She tells the recruiter she will resign next Monday. The countdown to her ultimate payback has officially begun. Back in the office, colleagues are already congratulating the smooth talker on his upcoming promotion to director. The greedy boss gathers everyone to officially announce the incompetent new hire is now the technical director. The ultimate insult. The unqualified new director slams an impossible project on the star developer's desk. It's a workload meant for 10 people, but she must do it alone. She rejects the absurd task, pointing to the so-called experts. The boss instantly attacks her for her bad attitude. Her jealous colleagues immediately start trash-talking her. They call her unprofessional for standing up for herself. She counters with the ultimate power move, unveiling the resignation letter she just printed. The boss is furious, calling her behavior a joke. He tries to publicly guilt-trip her into staying. He then shamelessly praises the new manager. He tries to make her feel worthless in comparison. The entitled new manager makes it all about him. He accuses her of sabotaging his first day, demanding an explanation for her timing. She drops a bombshell. Today is her 10th anniversary, a full 3,650 days. She is resigning on this perfectly symbolic day as her ultimate statement. Pulled into his office, the boss's tone suddenly changes. He now begs her not to leave, claiming he is open to her suggestions. She refuses to back down. She demands the boss respect her decision, just as she respected the company. Sensing trouble, the boss suddenly promises a massive promotion next year. He offers to double her rank. But his empty promises are an insult. She remembers the rival's offer. Triple the pay and the tech director title she earned. She looks him dead in the eye and rejects his offer. She tells him this is not a negotiation. The boss's ego is shattered. He arrogantly tells her once she leaves, the door is closed forever. He finally accepts her resignation. He orders HR to process it quickly, not wanting to lose face. As she walks away, the boss raises his final critical concern, the core system handover. She professionally agrees to see it through. She then confronts the two-faced HR rep, exposing the boss's disgusting lie that she was trapped by debt and would never dare to quit. She tells the HR rep she doesn't blame her, just to be a better actor next time. The handover is a complete nightmare. She single-handedly built everything. The database, APIs, and all core modules. Now she must document it all from scratch. The only documentation is from 4 years ago. The current system is a black box. Nobody understands. Now the boss is panicking. He summons her to his office, demanding an update on the handover. She hands him the handover checklist, a binder thick with tasks. The boss is visibly stunned by the sheer scale of her work. He asks, who can take over? Her savage reply is a single word: nobody. The boss asks if his new manager can handle it. She reveals the humiliating truth. His only skill is making PowerPoints. He's never even seen the code. The boss realizes no one in the company knows the system, because she built everything herself. He accuses her of threatening him. She calmly replies that she is just stating facts. She offers an impossible solution. Bring back the old manager, who is now a top executive overseas. Her second option is just as brutal. Hire an entire external team to take over. Cornered and defeated, the greedy boss begs her to stay. He finally realizes he has made a catastrophic mistake. After a decade of broken promises, the top developer reveals why she's quitting. 10 years of work without a single promotion. Worse, a clueless new hire got promoted twice in 6 months, just for making pretty presentations for the boss. The new guy's only advantage is that his father is a powerful company vice president. She recalls him boasting that her massive house and car loans would keep her trapped in this company forever. She realizes she wasn't trapped. She was just a fool for believing his next year promotion lie year after year. She promises to handle the transition professionally, but her departure date is absolutely final and not up for debate. After that showdown with the boss, she makes a decision. No more being nice. It's time to embrace her wicked side and make their lives a living hell. The Nepo baby manager invites her to a dinner to celebrate his promotion, acting as if he is her superior. After refusing, she asks him a simple question. Why should I give you the respect of attending your promotion party? He arrogantly claims his skills earned the promotion. But she reveals the real reason. His father is a client company's VP. She publicly humiliates him again. You got the job because of your dad, period. Furious, the manager retaliates by dumping a huge new project on her desk, demanding she finish it before leaving. She scoffs at the work, calling his brilliant new plan absolute garbage. He asks why she could finish these projects in a week before. She reminds him that while they were all wasting time, she was the only one actually working and coding. Then she drops the ultimate trump card. She is the one who built the entire company's core system. She asks him a terrifying question. Who do you think will maintain it after I am gone? Just as she predicted, the office descends into total chaos. Nobody knows how to do her job. Meanwhile, a rival company's director level offer arrives, offering a salary 3 times her current position. As she heads home, a desperate colleague begs her to fix a critical program. She coldly directs him to the new manager, stating she is now off the clock. Suddenly, the entire power grid system crashes. The whole company is paralyzed, and nobody knows what to do. The new manager arrogantly demands she stay to fix this massive problem he claims she created. She simply says, I am off the clock. This is your problem now. She reminds them of all the times she fixed their messes while they enjoyed their personal lives. The next day, completely defeated, the boss summons her to his office and tries to apologize with a pathetic fake smile. He pathetically begs her to take back her resignation, offering her a meaningless promotion to supervisor. His grand gesture is a tiny 10 to 15% raise. A total insult. She scoffs at the insulting offer. Her new salary is 3 times higher than this pathetic job. She then tells the boss she has already signed the new company's offer, so his raise is no longer necessary. After a decade of loyalty, this genius coder drops a bombshell. She just signed with their biggest competitor, and the boss is absolutely furious. He immediately panics, accusing her of betrayal. He knows she holds the secret code to their billion-dollar core system. She delivers a savage comeback. The competitor wants her skills, not the code. After all, she built the entire system and promises to leave it behind. She used to believe that hard work would be recognized. After 10 years of being exploited, she knows it was a lie. This toxic company has a dark secret. The more loyal and hardworking you are, the harder they exploit you. She makes it crystal clear. She will ensure a smooth handover, but her leaving date is absolutely non-negotiable. The two-faced HR manager tells her the company is offering a 15% raise, bragging that it's the highest in their history. She just laughs. Her new job offered her triple the salary. For the first time in 10 years, she finally knows her true worth. And it's far more than they ever paid her. Moments later, the boss explodes at the HR manager. His catastrophic misjudgment has doomed the entire company. The boss then assigns a clueless, newly appointed manager to take over her complex system. A disaster is about to unfold. The replacement immediately proves his incompetence, asking what Redis is for. He then reveals he doesn't even understand what MySQL is. She grills him on the fundamental differences between the two. The supposed expert can't even form a coherent sentence. He then asks why an interface needs idempotent processing, a concept from Computer Science 101. The situation is hopeless. A colleague reveals the useless successor is a master's graduate from a fancy Australian university. It's all just a facade. She gives him one final piece of advice. Go back and study the basics before he destroys the entire system. Back home, she vents to her husband. For 10 years, she wasn't just working. She was cleaning up the messes for a team of total incompetence. Her husband is furious. He tells her the company deserves to completely fail for treating her so poorly for so long. Late that night, the inevitable happens. A frantic call from the boss. The entire order system has completely collapsed. He begs her to come to the office immediately. The company is losing a massive fortune with every passing minute. The boss admits his star replacement is completely useless. He can't even understand the error codes, let alone fix the database. But she coldly shuts him down. Her work hours are 9 to 6. He desperately offers to pay her double, even triple overtime. Whatever it takes to fix his massive screw up. Her response is ice cold. She simply hangs up the phone. The next day, the boss confronts her. He looks like he hasn't slept, confessing he fixed the bug himself at 6 a.m. He then has the audacity to attack her professional ethics for not answering his midnight call. She calmly reminds him her contract specifies a 9 to 6 workday. Then she drops the final truth bomb. The system crashed because his reckless new hire changed the configurations. She tells him he has 2 choices now. Hire a new coder or an expensive external team. The shameless boss makes one last desperate move. He accuses her of intentionally causing the system crash with a poor handover. The top developer resigned. Her final blow to the boss was this: stop hiring people who only write fancy presentations. She then exposes the new guy's diploma mill degree, calling it worthless compared to her own elite education. The next day, the HR assistant brings her the termination certificate. She is finally free to leave and join her new company. Just as she is about to be free, they try a fast one with a surprise non-compete document. It's a toxic non-compete agreement demanding she stay away from rivals for a year with a crippling $500,000 penalty. Without a second of hesitation, she rejects the illegal document and hands it back to the HR manager. She calmly schools the HR assistant, explaining that a non-compete forced on an employee at exit is legally worthless. She continues her legal masterclass, stating they never paid her compensation for it, so they have zero right to restrict her career. The boss rushes out to intimidate her into signing, but she remains completely unfazed. She looks him dead in the eye and dares him to take it to court, knowing he doesn't have a legal leg to stand on. She then delivers the ultimate checkmate. She reminds him the company is about to go public, and a lawsuit would be a PR disaster. Defeated and outplayed, the greedy boss finally surrenders and lets her go without signing. Walking out of that building for the last time, she reflects on a decade of sleepless nights and broken promises. Just then, her husband sends a message. He cooked her favorite dish to celebrate her newfound freedom. She celebrates with her husband, who is a lawyer. It was his advice that armed her against the company's dirty tricks. Days later, the inevitable happens. Her old colleague calls in a complete panic. The entire system has crashed. The payment module is broken, and no orders can be processed. The company is losing millions by the minute. The useless successor is completely lost. He admits he has no idea how to fix the code. The boss makes an insulting offer for her to come back as a consultant, a pathetic $500 an hour. She scoffs at the disrespectful offer. She tells them she's no longer their employee, and to never call her again before hanging up. Now the boss himself calls, begging her to come back. He even offers a weak apology. A flashback reveals his true colors. He once bragged that for her salary he could hire 3 fresh graduates. Remembering all his past arrogance, she brutally tells him to solve the catastrophic problem himself, and then immediately hangs up the phone. Ultimate payback is served. Cornered, the useless successor tries to shift the blame. He suggests she intentionally sabotaged the system. The enraged boss falls for it. He orders a full forensic audit on her digital footprint to find any evidence of sabotage. He's on a warpath, vowing to make her pay and destroy her career if he finds anything. But the successor panics. An investigation will expose his own incompetence. He begs the boss to fix the system first. Her final warning echoes in the boss's mind. He finally realizes she was right about everything. Instant karma. The boss screams at the new hire to find an external team at any cost. A total defeat.